Hello, and welcome to our cozy corner of storytelling. Tonight, we journey to the vast, sun-drenched plains of Africa, where ancient baobab trees whisper secrets to the wind and every creature has a story to tell. So, find a comfortable spot, let your mind drift, and allow these timeless tales to warm your heart. Our first story begins under the shade of a great baobab, where a young elephant named Tembo lived. Tembo was big and strong, with tusks that gleamed like the morning sun and feet that could gently shake the ground. But despite his mighty size, Tembo carried a small heart filled with doubt. Whenever the other animals, from the nimble gazelle to the sturdy rhino, asked for his help, he would lower his magnificent head, his large ears drooping, and say, "I'm sorry, I'm not strong enough." He truly believed he was weaker than he looked, a giant with the spirit of a mouse. One year, a fierce dry season gripped the land. The sun beat down relentlessly, hotter than any elder could remember. The wide, flowing river that was the lifeblood of the forest shrank to a muddy trickle and then disappeared altogether, leaving behind a cracked, dusty riverbed. The lush green grass turned a brittle brown, and a great thirst fell upon the animals. One by one, they gathered by the empty riverbed the proud lion, his mane limp. The vibrant zebra, her stripes faded with dust. The ancient tortoise, his shell feeling heavy. And even the little birds, their songs quieted by thirst. They were all worried, weak and desperate. But then, a faint sound reached their ears, a gentle gurgling from deep beneath the earth. Water, it was still there, flowing in secret channels under their feet. Hope sparked in their eyes, but it was quickly followed by despair. The ground was baked hard as stone by the sun. No one was strong enough to dig through it. The lion pawed at the soil, but his claws barely made a scratch. The zebra kicked, but only raised a cloud of dust. As their hopes began to fade once more, the wise old tortoise, who had seen more seasons than anyone, slowly turned his wrinkled head towards Tembo. In a calm, steady voice, he said, "Tembo, you are our only hope. Only you have the power to reach the water. Please use your strength for all of us." Tembo trembled, shaking his head. "I cannot," he whispered, his voice full of sadness. "I am not strong." He looked at his own large feet, feeling like an imposter. But as his doubt echoed in the silence, the little birds, perched on the dry branches above, began to sing a soft, encouraging melody. "You can do it, Tembo. You are strong. We believe in you." Their tiny voices were like a gentle rain on his spirit. Then, the antelope, emboldened by the bird's song, began to stamp her hooves on the hard ground, creating a hopeful rhythm. "Try, Tembo," she called out. "Just try once for all of us." The other animals joined in, a chorus of support rising around the young elephant. "For all of us," they echoed. Feeling their collective hope, something stirred inside Tembo. He looked at the thirsty faces around him, the little ones, the elders, the friends he shared his home with. He took a slow, deep breath, filling his enormous lungs with the hot, dry air. He then lowered his head, not in shame, but with purpose. He pushed his strong tusks into the unyielding soil. It was harder than he could have imagined, but he didn't stop. He pushed again. He stomped his great, powerful feet, and the ground shuddered. He dug and he dug, earth flying behind him, his muscles straining. He ignored the ache, fueled by the cheers of his friends. He dug deeper and deeper until, at last, his trunk touched something cool, wet, and wonderful, fresh water. With a triumphant trumpet, he pulled back, and a glorious fountain of water burst out of the earth, shooting high into the air. The animals roared with joy. They cheered and danced, splashing in the life-giving pools that quickly formed. Tembo, his heart swelling with a pride he had never known, lifted his trunk high and playfully splashed them all, his laughter echoing across the plains. The wise tortoise smiled up at him. "You see, Tembo," he said gently, "you never lost your strength, you only forgot it was there. From that day forward, Tembo walked tall, his head held high, his spirit as mighty as his body. He never doubted himself again. And now, for our second tale, we travel to a small, lively village nestled by a sparkling riverside. Here lived a parrot named Kiko, whose feathers were as vibrant as a sunset. Kiko loved to talk more than anything else in the world. From the moment the sun peeked over the horizon until the moon claimed the sky, his chatter never ceased. "Good morning, glorious sun," he'd squawk. "Hello there, little fish, how's the water today? Did you hear what lion said to giraffe yesterday? It was so funny." At first, the other animals found Kiko's constant commentary amusing. He was the village's walking, talking newspaper. But soon, Kiko's endless chattering got him into trouble. He didn't just share news, he gossiped. He couldn't keep a secret. He told Monkey S.'s secret about his hidden banana stash and repeated Elephant S.'s private worries for everyone to hear. He mistook talking a lot for being important. One day, his words traveled too far. He shared a boastful, untrue story about the mighty lion. When Lion heard what Kiko had said, his furious roar shook the leaves on the trees. Tomorrow, he growled to the wind, "I will find that parrot, and I will teach him a lesson he'll never forget." Word of Lion's anger spread quickly, and when Kiko heard it, his colorful feathers trembled with fear. He flew as fast as he could to the wisest creature in the forest, the old owl who lived in the hollow of an ancient tree. "Oh, wise owl, please help me," Kiko cried. "Lion is going to punish me. I didn't mean any harm. I only talk because I love to talk." The owl, with his large, knowing eyes, looked at the frantic parrot kindly. Then, Kiko, he hooted softly, "You must learn the difference between talking and speaking. You must learn when to speak and, more importantly, when to listen." That night, the owl gave Kiko a challenge. For one whole day, from sunrise to sunset, you must not say a single word. You must only listen. Kiko, desperate to save his feathers, agreed. Easy, he thought. But when morning came, Kiko realized it was the hardest thing he had ever done. He desperately wanted to greet the sun with a cheerful squawk, but he forced his beak shut. He saw Monkey heading the wrong way for the best mango tree and yearned to shout directions, but he stayed quiet. As the day wore on, a strange thing happened. For the very first time, Kiko heard the world around him. He heard the gentle song of the wind whispering through the leaves, the soft rustle of the trees, the peaceful, rhythmic lapping of the river against the bank. He realized how much music he had been drowning out with his own voice. He learned that silence wasn't empty, it was full of peace. The next day, when Lion came looking for him, Kiko didn't fly away, he waited. As the great king approached, Kiko bowed his head respectfully and said, in a soft, clear voice, "Forgive me, king. I have been foolish. I have learned that silence often has more power than words." Lion, who had been expecting a barrage of excuses, was surprised. He saw a new humility in the little bird's eyes. A slow smile spread across his face, and he nodded. "Then you are wiser than you were before, little bird," and from that day on, Kiko was changed. He still loved to talk, but he chose his words with care and kindness. And he always listened twice as much as he spoke. The stories of Tembo and Kiko remind us of simple, powerful truths. Like Tembo, we all have immense strength inside us. Sometimes we just forget it's there. And like Kiko, we can discover great wisdom not in speaking, but in learning to truly listen. Thank you for sharing this time with me tonight. If you enjoyed our journey, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more stories. Sleep well, and may your dreams be peaceful.